So I am actually doing this recording not only to play this game, but Hearts of Iron 4, so that people can see how to play this. I am not the best at the game, but my brother has been struggling with this, so I'm recording this video so that I can show him how this game works. As well as you being able to see how the game is played. So I'm going to go into great detail in this first part of the Hearts of Iron game that I'm playing. Now, I do struggle against France and England, but there's reasons for it. I'm gonna try to get around that so we can do a whole playthrough. (1936) January 1st on 1936. So, Dale, as I can see, all you do is click this, you click select country, okay? And I loaded my game, therefore it's gonna give me Germany. But you click other countries and then you click select country, and what happens is they should give you a selection once you hit select country. Alright, then the next thing that you want to do is select a national focus. I'm in observe mode. Hang on, guys. I did something stupid. Alright. Anyway. That's the main menu. Yet again, I did something dumb. Okay, so as we were going to do, I'm gonna play as Germany again. And what you do whenever you actually, I gotta go back just for a second. When you reach this menu, you're gonna click other countries, and then you're going to hit select country. And what this does is it allows you to pick the country that you play as. And all you do is hit start when you're ready to go. That's all that is, Dale, right there. I'm going to play as Germany. just because that was my original plan. I'm going to rebuild the whole entire German army from scratch. Why am I doing that, you might say? Because I want to do this a certain way. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pick a national focus, like I said before a nice little hiccup. You pick that, and then you're going to assign factories. Now, as you can see, I'm down to 0. So if I put another factory on artillery, I will go into the negative. Now, I do know that I currently have negative rubber. But even so, I'm going to put the rest of the factories on these trucks, because the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it based on speed. I am hoping that if I do this fast enough, I will be able to hit the Allies in Poland and everyone else fast enough that they can't react by the time I'm ready. Then after you're done doing that, what you're going to do is click this button here. And the first thing you're going to do is build construction factories. You're going to put at least 1 until you reach 10. 1 in each region until you reach 10. Oh, these are the oil factories. Well, hang on, let me back up. You always want to start with construction factories. I hit the wrong button. But after you're done with the construction factories, you want to do military factories, then the oil factories, because what that does is gives you fuel for your trucks. At the same time, it gives you rubber for tires. So what these do is give you rubber for tires. That's why at the beginning I have to trade for rubber, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna pull myself out of the deficit. But generally, you do want to start with 10 construction factories going on the queue. Six, 7, 8, Okay, after you're done doing that, you want to build 10 military factories. What these civilian factories do is their construction speed. Okay, so I have, hang on, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And it's going to be 7. It's going to be 8. That will be 9. And this will be 10. Now you'll notice that these areas turn blue. That means I can't put anything more in that particular area of Germany. I can make that bigger so I can put stuff there, and that's what infrastructure is for. After you're done with the military factories, then you want to go to here. And you want to build a few of these. Start with 5 of those. I got 1, 2. Alright, I need 1 more. Then, after you're done doing that, you want to build a couple of these. These is where you house your gas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, what you want to do is get this one's double-edged, but I'm gonna go with infrastructure first, and I want to infrastructure the whole entire country. Current country. This will expand as I make conquest. What this does is infrastructure allows you to have more build slots. That's why we're doing the whole entire country. And then, last but not least, there's the ports. This is a little bit complicated. I don't think I'm gonna cover the ports today. Maybe I'll do that when I'm playing with my brother live and stuff, but because we're scheduled to play today, but I don't think I'm going to stream that part. I'm basically streaming this for him and recording this for him. So I'm going to play this game and do a couple streams, but I'm not going to record the stream that me and him are both on the game. I'm just gonna worry about factories right now. So you'll see that I have a deficit of 10 rubber. And I will eventually get out of that. So the first tech you want to research, well, the first couple techs, is this. And this. Computers increase your research rate. Okay. Then you want to research this. And last but not least, research your construction for the first couple research. Now, recruitment is pretty basic. You click this tank and you click train, and what happens is you get this menu popping up and you got the infinite symbol. Okay, right now I have 1 unit of truck infantry training. Okay, but if I click it again, now I have 2. The way that you want to do this most of the time is train until the bar is no longer full. Okay, so I want to drop that unit and I want to pick a location in which my truck army or infantry spawn. When you are playing as Germany, you will only use the Navy primarily when you go to war against France and England. So, that's why I'm not worried about that. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you know how the factories work, then you know how the ports work. Because essentially, your ports are naval factories. Okay? And all you do, once you get all that set up, is you hit the play button. And what's going to happen is if we pull up the factory thing now, we are doing 7 trucks per day, and we have a deficit that I can't say the word correctly. We need 63 more trucks. Now we need 55 more trucks. Okay? What you want to do is get this to a green number, we have 721 tanks in stockpile. Okay? Right now, as you can see, we are making 740. Yeah, I said 700. 7.48 trucks per day. Okay, so that deficit of 55 trucks is going to go down by 7 every single day. And I need trucks. The way we're going to do this, I can recruit regular infantry, and it will not require trucks. However, I think if I hit them fast enough, they won't be able to react, and that is why we are doing this currently that way. Because truck infantry hit hard and fast. They move to the next spot very, very quickly instead of walking. Now, due to the fact that I have a -10 deficit of rubber, the proficiency in which I make planes and trucks are going to be very, very, the proficiency bar here is going to go up very, very slow. Once I get a positive number in that, the proficiency will go up faster. I have gotten it to the point where I have made about 30 trucks per day. Sometimes more. And yes, I realize I'm moving the camera all over the place, but that is because I'm trying to explain the game, primarily for my family, who also has this game, but also for those of you that have never seen this game before. $25 trucks. We're in debt. 25 trucks. That's alright though. That will change. Oh, and in regards to the training of men, once this bar reaches a certain point, I can deploy them early. However, that is going to make my deficit or lack of trucks worse. And yes, I realize I cannot say that word correctly sometimes. It's a very hard word for me to say. But generally, if I don't deploy them early, once this bar fills up, they complete boot camp and they will automatically deploy. Now, the reason that the infinite symbol is here is because basically what that means is I'm going to tell them to recruit this type of infantry until I tell them to stop. Okay? If I click this button, it says 1. So they're only going to recruit 2 divisions one time. What I want currently is infinite, so they're constantly going to do it. That's why recruitment is easy, because the default setting is infinite. Okay? Now, a full army in general terms, until your generals get to a certain point, a full army in general terms is 24 divisions. So, if you have 23 and you have the thing recruiting for infinite, unless you want to start a new army, you want to bring it down to 1 so it only recruits 1 more division. Okay? And you can complete the 24 divisions. If you recruit 20 divisions at one time, you want to recruit it once and then recruit 4 divisions one time. But in this case, I just want to leave this go until I reach the point I can recruit about 10 divisions each time. That way it's very easy to keep track of how many divisions I actually have in the field and make my armies very, very quickly. There is also the edit form. Okay, I'm not going to do anything to this, but right now each one of these makes the division bigger. Okay, so when I add something to this, okay, generally if I have XP, it's going to say this is going to cost you 5. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I am just going to leave how as it is. Now you also have support battalions. This can be from armored cars to military police. Now generally what you want to do in the case of military police, because you will need them, is you want to go to the division designer and select the type of division. Okay? In this case, we want a garrison division. And yet again, Dale, what this is going to do is require XP. I'm going to show you a passive way to get XP. But what you want to do with the garrison generally is put military police in here. Now you do have to research it. It is a technology. So don't forget to do that, because they will keep you from having rebellions in the countries that you take over. Logistics. Oh, this is your officer's command. This is how you get passive XP, but you need what's called political power to do such things. You got the US and Canada over here. The only way America gets involved is if world tension reaches 100%. Right now it's at 0. So the world's at entire peace right now. There's no wars going on. And right now, we have a surplus of $43 trucks. We're doing about 8 per day at this point. This resource you have to be very careful with, because some countries do not have this. This is what's called tungsten. Okay? Tungsten is what you use to make battleships and heavy tanks. If you do not have abundance of this, you do not want to manufacture heavy tanks. Some medium tanks require it as well, but it will not require as much. Japan has this out the butt. Okay, so when you play as Japan, you want to manufacture battleships, you want to manufacture carriers, you want to manufacture heavy tanks, because they have a bunch of this at the beginning. Steel you use for just about everything, and from weapons to support equipment to artillery. And I'm pretty sure planes require a certain amount of steel. No, it's just aluminum and rubber for planes. Trucks require steel and rubber. Artillery requires... What is this? Oh, this is tungsten. Artillery requires tungsten and steel to manufacture. This is chromium. This is the heavy stuff that you want to use for heavy tanks. This is oil. This is the amount of transports you have. This is the amount of gas you have based on your usage. Okay, if you make tanks or mobile infantry, it requires gas for the division. So, if you want to do it the mobile warfare thing, you need gas, and you need the rubber manufacturers, because they produce the gas, but you also need the storage for the gas, which was... Hang on. These are the gas production. These are the gas housing units. You also have supply depots that you need to put down. Now, when we zoom in here, let it be known that you can put these things in other people's countries, but what you actually want to do is place them on the border of the country that you are going to invade. Now, these do take a very long time to build, so make sure you have a few construction factories built before you build these things. But what that will do is avoid supply shortages while you're invading a country. Now, the further you go into a country, the further your supply thing is going to be stretched. Okay? So, the best thing you can do is put these things on the border of the countries that you're invading, and then once you get to a certain point inside the country, you're going to have supply shortages, but do not worry about it. As long as you're winning the war, you will take the country. And then you can fix the supply problem after the war. Now, in terms of government laws, I need to cover that. These are recruitment laws. Disarmed nation will decrease your manpower by 1%. Extensive conscription will increase the training time by 10, but you will have a 2.5 manpower boost throughout the entire country. Now, volunteer only will have your manpower to 1.5%. Okay. But essentially that's how the game works. Political power, you need everything on this board. I will explain that a little bit later at a later time because of circumstances. But that's how, in a nutshell, this game works. And I'll get to the point of assigning generals at a later time. But for now, see you later. Oh, and these are the political political parties. Communist is red, fascist is orange, and democratic is blue. Alright, we will see you guys later.